Oh, my goodness. There must be some type of deep story happening right here.
I hope you're enjoying the view.
That's some of the worst I've ever heard.
How do they explain themselves?
Holy shit! It was like flabbergasting. I'm like 13 years old. I'm going into 𝐶umpUSA. Man, Mass Effect is one of the greatest gaming experiences that there is, man. Front mission gun hazard. A top 10 game for me for sure. You ever see the movie with Michael Douglas, The Game?
Oh my God.
Oh!
Yes. Did you like Mass Effect? Did you play Mass Effect?
Did I play Mass Effect?
Yeah, when it came out. Was that a big game
of course.
for you too?
You know, Mass Effect man, Mass Effect is one of the greatest gaming experiences that there is, man. Mass Effect 2. Have you played Andromeda?
I tried many years ago, and it was such a horror show that it had to be stopped.
I understand.
It was pretty out there. It was like an AI built it. It was pretty raw.
I understand. I feel like if you went back, was Mass Effect 3 the one that's mediocre? One of them is like shining. I think it's Mass Effect 2.
2 shines. I think 3 people were let down by it.
Yeah.
And they're both, a little bit stripped down from 1. 1 was a bit more, I don't know if you want to call it pure. I'm not sure, but it was a bit simplified onward.
Yeah.
But I haven't played 1 in a long time. I did take a stab at 2 a few years back.
Had some time recently to play Fallout 2 like a book, like you said you did. Was worth it. Thanks for being badass. Thank you for the 100.
That's a fantastic game. That's one of the greatest games of all time. Which, by the way, if you guys are bored and you need a cool game, you should check out the Ashes Doom mod. I mean, it's just like a standalone game. It's not really a Doom mod, but this is Ashes 2063. If you like Fallout vibes and you want to play a retro shooter, this thing is freaking unbelievable. I can't remember the factions in Fallout New Vegas. Powder gangers, are they the ones that have like the booby-trapped subway tunnels when you try to approach them? Or is that just everywhere?
They have like tin can bombs and like landmines as soon as you get out of Good Springs.
Mm-hmm. I think what I like the most about that game is not any particular story. It's just the breadth and the variation. Like when I watch a movie and there's only, have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs is shot mostly in one location.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of movies where you can tell that for budgetary reasons or for just stylistic reasons, they don't change the scenery that much, and it feels kind of claustrophobic, and it does not feel. And I know that you can, of course, it's not a filmmaking thing; it's like a me thing. Like you can make an effective film, like Reservoir Dogs is a great film. You can make an effective film and still have the viewer feel claustrophobic and hemmed in by the surroundings, obviously. But just my preference, what I like is I like the feeling of wonderment, exploration, newness, and like wide vistas, and the feeling of like that to me is much more of an open world, or much more of an impressive, like enjoyable open world than something like GTA, where GTA 5, where it's just like the scale of it, like the actual physical scale of it is huge. That's less important and impressive to me than the capturing like archetypal little mini experiences and vignettes into different fantasy lives, which is what New Vegas, those Bethesda games have done. That's why I like them. And that's what we're going to try to do with Joyride 2. Man, when I was a kid, that was when MMORPGs came out.
Yeah.
And it was, can you imagine if there were no MMORPGs, what you would think it could be? It was like flabbergasting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like 13 years old. I'm going into 𝐶umpUSA, and it's like, holy, you're telling me I'm going to be playing this game with other people? Holy shit! Man, I'm going on adventures with real people. Yeah. Before this, you're obviously desensitized to this. Okay, you got Fortnite.
It's been this way forever for me.
Yes, you grew up watching CoComelon and playing Fortnite, but it's not like that for me. So I was playing Peanut Mario World and Captain Peanut on the Sega Genesis. Okay, the display was 1 pixel. All right, that's what an old timer I was. All right, I'm like the angry video game nerd over here. But when MMORPGs came out, it was oh my god, it was unbelievable. It was the widest vista possible of gaming. If you would, like nowadays, to get that news, you'd have to hear that like full VR haptic feedback suit actually feeling like you can fly and you get the sensation of actually killing someone in a game. That's what you need to get that kind of rush. But I got it from EverQuest, and then it came out and it was just like pedophile.
All of them?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah. And like voice, like male to female voice changers.
Yeah.
Which have you? That's so
funny.
That's so funny, man. That was my dream being ruined. My dream of my life turned into garbage.
So no EverQuest today?
Hey, I'm Samantha. Want to play? I have a pony. You can ride my pony. Anyway, we've got to get one of those voice changing things. By the way,
that'd be fun.
That'd be mad funny.
We can get voice mod, and you can sound like a girl all stream.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It would probably make me popular too. I've played Front Mission Gun Hazard. There's a translation patch, a fan-made translation patch, and that is like a top 10 game for me for sure. That's an SNES ROM, Front Mission Gun Hazard. It's actually a side-scrolling shooter game. All the other Front Mission games, I think I played most of them up to like 4. But those are great strategy games, and what I like about them is very realistic or internally consistent like branding, like fake companies and whatnot. And I think that's like Wipeout does that really well. But anytime that I see that in a video game, I'm like, does it for me. It's like attention to detail with regard to fake companies.
There's one game that I'm excited about from the Xbox conference, and that is Clockwork Revolution.
I gotta see these people's reactions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can tell just from this right here, with that drawing. If someone we worked with drew something like this guy's face right here, I would have serious questions about their ability to perform. But they decided to open the trailer with it.
When I play a game, I want my character to look like the lady who gave me my car registration.
Arcanum of Might and Magic or something, or Steampunk Obscura. Arcanum is what it's called. That game's cool. It's definitely worth watching a playthrough. It might be a little clunky were you to try to install it on a modern computer, but that's a good one. Wasteland, if you can get into the original Wasteland game, which is kind of hard because it's text-based, sort of. It has some graphics to it, but a lot of it's text. Hard to get into, and you kind of have to cheat at the beginning to set your characters up, but it is fantastic. That's the game that Fallout is kind of based on.
Play Stalker.
Stalker's cool.
I've been really having some trouble enjoying gaming, but now this is bringing me back.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying Fallout 3. It's been quite a gem.
What? It's so good to hear Fallout 3 is on.
Yeah.
Because that might have been the last time I had the most, like when a game's released, you have it.
Yeah.
That, Mass Effect 1, 2,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But Fallout 3 is kind of, I think it was still before Mass Effect 2, but Fallout 3 is the last like biggest release I can think of.
Yeah.
The best release.
That you really enjoyed and like.
Every minute of it, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to play. I mean, Starfield, I couldn't get past the tutorial. I just uninstalled it, returned it. I'm like, I'm not. So you,
Man, the Starfield.
pay me to do this.
It would take too long to explain.
Yeah.
To the viewers. I mean, I'm sure some of them understand just without me explaining it. But the Starfield, the ending. My brother, it's just.
What do you mean? Did you play a lot of it?
I played through the game. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't stream it, did you?
No.
Oh, you played through the game.
Yeah. And it's
Whoa.
it's worthwhile because if you like Bethesda games, you like that style of gameplay.
Yeah.
There's moments that are great. Mostly it's the game is ass.
Yeah.
And the ending, man. The ending.
Did it
You
shake
would have been
you?
laughing. You would have been running and squealing and squeaking and throwing bricks.
Probably would have turned
and
inside
screaming.
out.
It's the
Bricks
most
on my head.
It's so predictable and hack
Yeah.
and
Just bad
and
writing.
bad. My God, where did these masked botanists come from? There must be some type of deep story happening right here. My goodness. These dead botanists? Something crazy must be going on at this anomaly. Gravitational anomaly unlocked. How do I scan this thing? Did I already scan it?
I think so.
Well, bad writing
Yeah.
that you really have to tip your hat. You can't even be upset about it. I was working up to the ending. I was getting in like the last level.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I know how this is gonna. I know how this is gonna end.
You could smell it.
And then I got to the ending, and I was just I was smiling, like I was smiling. I was like, oh boy, I just got to tip my hat.
Wow. How many hours did you put in it?
Over 100. I mean, it wasn't a waste of time. The pirate quest, the Ryujin quest, that's what Bethesda games are good for. Is the side quests.
Yeah.
Even though Starfield, it's a shadow of what Fallout 3 or Skyrim or Oblivion or New Vegas are, but it's still like you get a glimpse of the greatness.
past.
You get a glimpse of the past.
Really?
Even though it's junk, it's mid. It's not a good game. But the ending, man, the ending really just it wiped me out.
Zapped you?
Yeah.
Put the zap on you?
It was Starfield's ass, but if you like Bethesda games, it does hit the spot. So I would recommend it if you're a Skyrim fan. It's good for shutting off and just walking around and like looking at. If you thinking about game design scenarios, I mean, I find myself thinking a lot of the time why it's bad, but that's enjoyable, or like what you could do to make it better. They should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
There's 5 factions.
Yeah.
Did they spend 10 years making this? The point of the Bethesda game is that the side quest ecosystem is extremely dense and rich, like the Assassin's Guild, the Vampires, the Fighters Guild, what have you. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do in a Bethesda game. The fact that there's only 5 factions that you can join is not good, in my opinion.
Did you already run through all the faction stuff?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
5 factions and 19 main game missions. The little activity, like the non-faction side quests, that's fun for 2 seconds. Procedurally generated.
Oh, yeah.
You go to a mining rig, it's the exact same level layout that you just saw like 2 minutes ago. That ain't it.
Once the veil was lifted for the game for me, it was like I felt like I was a retarded child or something. I felt like somebody was throwing an egg at me.
It's fun. It's definitely worth it. I mean, if you need something to fill time and it's like you want to kind of, it does what it's supposed to do. Big payoff.
It's hard to have words for that.
Warp drive, we got multiverse, and then we got big payoff. Here's how deep the multiverse goes. The multiverse is when you beat the game, you get to go do New Game Plus and do pretty much exactly the same shit because there's not really any branching anything in the game. So you go do New Game Plus, do exactly the same shit. That's the multiverse.
New Game Plus. That's a good name for it. That's what they call the multiverse now?
I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it.
What's he possessed or something?
Eternity. I am as much
I would
you
rather Max
as
Payne
you
come
are
flying
a
out
part
and there's a
of
gunfight
everything.
at the end.
All
Or the
points
Reapers or
connected to
someone from
here.
Mass Effect comes in, there's a war.
When a star is born, do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret?
Why are you asking me this? Can't you get into... You kill the
It's
universe?
the same thing. It's the same thing.
Unknowingly, you
No,
just
you can't.
answered your own questions.
I'm not joking it when I say that that's some of the worst shit I've ever heard.
How do you explain that? How do they explain themselves?
I just thought it was scary.
You thought it was scary?
Starfield?
Yeah.
Why is it washed out too? Like, look at
Because
this.
it's the whole LUT they have on this game.
It's
They have a LUT
Kino.
on
They're
this-
trying to make it look cinematic, like it's a movie or
This-
something. It's just a big mistake, man.
Especially this city runs so shit.
Ugh,
The dust effects.
yeah. Can you still not change your field of view in this bullshit game?
Wait, you couldn't do that?
You couldn't a week ago. I don't know if they changed it. It doesn't look like it.
You can do your depth of field.
You can definitely put the film grain intensity on high though. Can't change the FOV. That's
You get a
so
mod.
awesome.
You know, mod it.
What a good.
Did you know that box right there on the table?
No.
If this is really important.
What's
That
in
box on the table, that one,
it? Yeah. This one?
unlimited storage capacity.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh. Imagine that.
Yeah, I watched tips and tricks videos.
Shitfield. Oh, we need special projects, rank 1? Yeah.
Time to rank up.
Okay.
31 Australian.
I'm
Hey,
definitely
man.
power leveling through this whole game right now. You ever see 𝐁𝐻𝐿𝐒?
Yeah.
You know Kenneth Anger?
Yeah.
Did you ever see Antichrist, the
No.
Lars von Trier? thing?
No.
You've heard Tale of a Serbian film?
Yes.
There's things in film. What's that one? Sallow?
Yep. Yep. That's another.
These are the shock films, right?
Yeah.
If I had sat there watching the hardest shock films, eating the spiciest, most shocking food, the world's most sour soda, the world's spiciest chips, doing that all day, that would have had less of an effect on me as the ending for Starfield did.
It was that a flop that much.
It flopped so hard that I felt like I was flying through the air.
It flapped.
Like belly flop into the ocean or something. Unless you're like a big Bethesda fan and you understand that the main quest line's gonna suck. I'm just saying the experience of sinking the time in and then eating on the ending was like it was. You know what it was like? You ever see the movie with Michael Douglas, The Game?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what the game did to me. It did the game to
Yo,
me.
man, you got gamed?
I got gamed.
Yo, man.
That's literally the way I felt. I felt like Michael Douglas at the end of the game.
Yep. They pulled the rug on you.
Bethesda, they did it for my birthday.
You play this game right when you get out of bed or right before you go to bed? When do you fit 100 hours in?
Just at night.
Just
Yeah, just
when
just
you're
at
cooling
night,
down?
yeah.